20 because I don't know how many pluses you're allowed to put in front of an A for a rating or a ranking or a grade or a fucking test, but as many as you're possibly allowed, that is how many. I woke my wife up at whatever early hour of the morning it was because I went fucking mental.
Pick 20, Jaxon Smith-Njigba. How he's fell to pick 20, I don't know. How he's the Seahawks, I don't know. But do I love it? Yes, I fucking do.
He's so fucking good, man. Right. This guy, when we were doing our mocks and we were talking about players, he kept on the peripheral. It's like Ken Walker last year. On the peripheral of my periphery, I kept seeing his highlights. I kept seeing his name. I kept reading about him. I watched that Rose Bowl game and I was like, don't do it, Pez. Just don't do it. And I was like, I'm going to do it. I was like, fuck it. I want him. I don't care how they do it. I want him. Did I think he'd fall to 20? Because I don't know how many pluses you're allowed to put in front of an A for a rating or a ranking or a grade or a fucking test. But as many as you're possibly allowed, that is how many. To get him at 20 was a fucking Jesus Christ. I woke my wife up at whatever early hour of the morning it was because I went fucking mental. I probably stressed Mitch out because I spoiled the fuck out of it for him, whereas I couldn't contain myself. I had my wife screaming at me. I was screaming at the telly. I was like, Pete, you fuck this up. I swear to God, I will kill you. I will fucking kill you. Because take aside how good the talent is. And people, I heard reactions to the pick, and people were like, it was a wrong pick. Marzi Smith was there. We need that. I was like, no, we need a wide receiver 3. This draft as a whole stinks of Pete Carroll. It fucking reeks of him all over the gaff. Because last year when we started going stagnant was when Ken got injured. And was it Geno? Was it DK or Tyler got injured? Tyler got injured, and the production fell to shit. The production went right down the toilet. So people saying we don't need a wide receiver 3 because we've got one of the best duos in the league. No, it's not true. It's not true, but it is now. Because what he brings in the slot, Tyler, if Tyler's not doing it, DK is going to do it. Them goal balls, them deep balls, we are going to fucking destroy people solely because of one guy. Because of one guy.
I mean, Ed, how do you deal with DK, Tyler, and Jaxon on the same field at the same? How as a defense, how are you meant to stop that? I don't understand how are you meant to stop that. And then we've got the guys that will come on to like Zach Charbonnet who adds to it, and it's just the offense is looking absolutely beautiful.
Ken, do you know, as an NFL, the NFL as fans with short-term memory are like goldfish. It's like the here and now. It's like Zach Charbonnet. I'll get onto that fucking that I've got an issue with.
Mate, calm down.
No.
There's a lot of passionate F-bomb rants going on here, mate. I'm in double figures already, and we're not even like half hour into the pod.
He's counting them. He's counting them.
Do you know it's because he's having a go? He's doubting the Zach Charbonnet pick. I'm going to throw up on the YouTube video now. And
we've not even.
Eddie heard me.
Can Mitch and I just...
Let's just hold on. No, I'm not having this. I'm not having this. No.
Was JSM first?
Calm down. I just got sidetracked. Right, I'll. It's not as bad as you think, James. Chill out.
It better not be.
But yeah, I'm fucking done anyway. He's class. There you go. There's one more, Josh.
Josh, are you happy as Pez that we've got JSN? I can't imagine you can't possibly be as happy as Pez, but
I'm not quite as happy as Pez, and I err on the side of caution. Essentially, if you are a fantasy football owner, I would not pick a single Seahawks wide receiver because there's only so many mouths to feed. As pumped as I am to have a wide receiving core of these 3, and JSM will play that slot wide receiver 3 role with aplomb. There's going to be. It is pick your poison. We said this, and I'm all over having him. I think it's a fantastic pickup, especially at 20. How he was allowed to fall this low. I think even he was in disbelief because his post-draft sort of conferences or the interviews, he was just kind of like, "Yeah, well, I'm a Seahawk now." And I don't know if that was just disbelief or that's just his character. Yeah, I'm happy with it. It's pick your poison with the running backs, with the receiving core. Absolutely brilliant. I just don't see how any of those wide receivers, if it's spread equally, is going to get over 1,000 yards in a season now.
Doesn't matter. Who gives it?
Just wait and
It
see,
does for
Josh.
me because I own a
wait
Seahawks
and see.
fantasy team. It's
Yes,
all the
and
Seahawks roster.
You have all three. I literally did a best ball the other day and got every single one of them.
Why?
And someone put a message out and said he's clearly a Seahawks fan because he doesn't know which one's going to do well.
But also like
Get them
why?
all.
Like you don't have them all on. Like if I'm going to pick 2 wide receivers and I've got all 3 of the Seahawks ones, I'm going to have to just rotate and hope for the best and pick one wide receiver.
Best ball though, isn't it? It all picks for itself.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But mine isn't.
So you can never lose.
I'll tell you what, you two. Fuck your fantasy football. We've got DK Metcalf.
Add that to your list, John.
JSN on the that's your best balls. They don't win no Super Bowls, do they? Mitch, are you disappointed from a fantasy football perspective, or could you, like me, not care less? And
I didn't say I was disappointed.
Well, no, you're not going to win your fantasy.
I'm just saying there's a lot of mouths to feed now, so I'm not sure who's going to class as wide receiver 1.
Got a lot of food, Mitch.
Yeah, I love it. And part of the reason I love it is that a big part of Geno, I'm not going to say doing, he more receiving yards than any quarterback in our franchise history, obviously. So he has done well. But one of the things that he did really well was connecting the smaller passes and getting good momentum and keeping drives going at times. And I think a quality slot receiver is a big enabler for Geno to replicate the year he had, if not do even better. I also think the best thing about Devin Witherspoon and Njigba as additions to this squad is they don't have to touch the ball to improve our team. And Witherspoon being there means we're going to see Woolen in more positions to make plays, and our 2 or 3 safeties that are in the middle of the field are going to get more ball. And Njigba makes Lockett and Metcalf better in big moments in the red zone, big moments in big games. They have an awful lot more to think about now when they're trying to cover our 3 wide receivers. And I think you'll find Metcalf finds an extra half a yard on a lot of plays as a result of Njigba being there. He'll get a yard on his man because Njigba will be the PhD route runner that he has always been for us, and it's just going to suck. It's going to suck people into the middle of the field to cover up what they think he's doing. So, superb for me. I just think it improves everyone. It improves Geno. It improves the wide receivers, but maybe not in terms of overall yards because, like Josh says, there's more mouths to feed. But I'll say this to you: if our quarterback last year had more yards than any other Seahawk in history, and we were one and done in the playoffs, it wasn't because we weren't connecting enough passes. It's because we weren't connecting passes when it mattered, or our defense was shit and we couldn't score enough points to overcome it. But those are 2 factors. When we needed a third down and we couldn't get a guy in a yard of space to just move the chains, we didn't have it last year. This year,
where JSN's going to live, isn't it? Yeah, I get that, and like I said, it will elevate the whole receiving core and the offense.
Yeah.
I love the pick. Don't get me wrong on that. I do genuinely love the pick. It is, well, you'll see when I give you my score. But I look at it from sort of like, who is now going to get the majority of these balls? Is Geno going to be capable of going, oh my God, I've got so many reads, plus the tight ends that Waldron likes to use as well. It's mind-blowing just to think about all of Geno's options now. And I really want to see if he can step to the fore and utilise them.
Oh, he will.
I'll call it now. An early, I'll call it now. I've just finished my pizza, just stressful evening. I'll call it now. Jaxon Smith-Njigba will have the most yards out of all 3 because Geno Smith loves the middle of the field. And if he's as good as he's been in high school and college, that kid gets the ball and just wiggles. And next minute, Touchdown.
Could you just do that again?
Wiggle.
Wiggles.
There's his new nickname.
Wiggles.
There's his new signature. I love it.
Jaxon Smith-Njigba.
Yep. Oh, fucking hell, no. That nickname is not going to be as good as the grade that you're going to give it.
Every game, Bob.
That is not well, it is going to catch on, but I'm not here for it. A+. Don't need to spend any time on my grade. It's an A+. Pez.
I already gave it whilst I was talking.
A+.
A with as many pluses, yeah.
Yeah, A+ for me.
A+. Mitch.
Pure value.
A+, unanimous. A+.
Mitch, if you said
Easy.
anything other than A+, Jesus Christ, something will be
No,
going down.
I can't disagree with the logic. Honestly, it's an A+ all round.